So what do we say? Unwritten is the name of the game. And we are down here at the Pepper Mill, and we're going to talk about a new movie that's actually, is it out? Hey Dale.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I got Dale, I got Rob, and I got Steve. And they are all connected with producing, directing, writing of this incredible movie, Unwritten. And it's now come to fruition. It's all out there. We had a book signing on Saturday, and a lot of people turned up. You must have been so proud of yourself, all of you. I mean, were you proud of yourself?
Yeah, we didn't know what to expect. It was a great turnout.
It was a great turnout. Wasn't it amazing?
It was a great turnout.
I even turned up. I even was there.
There was at least 70 people buying DVDs.
Wonderful.
And
See, I have to tell you one thing about Steve. Steve mentioned sold 70. He's an accountant. And accountants always know the numbers. They always know what's going on, don't they? Always.
Hopefully they do.
Hopefully they do. Well, you do anyway, that's for sure, Steve. So we did well? Did we do good?
I think we did very well for for a small film like that we did right here in Las Vegas on a low budget. I think a lot of people without the advertising that we could have done on a bigger film. I think we did very well.
So you wrote it.
Right.
You actually wrote it. In writing something, sometimes when they bring it out in movie form, they change a lot of stuff. So you were also involved in producing and directing it. So did you make a lot of changes of what you had written, or did you kind of follow script?
During the production, there's small changes that happen and different things that happen. And then even in the editing, there's...
A lot of stuff ends up on the floor.
I didn't think we could cut anything out of this one, and I didn't think we could switch anything around. But
in editing, you do that.
We're able to.
Because I'm an editor as well, so I know what goes on with editing.
Right.
It's very difficult.
You rewrite the story again.
Well, you do. You kind of go thinking and going all the way back to it. Now, Rob, what part did you play in this whole arena?
Well, as a producer, I primarily raised the funding.
That's tough, isn't it?
The finished funding and just some general guidance and ideas. So it was a lot of fun. I did want to mention we also had some showing. All of our showings had really good turnouts of people.
Yeah, what other showings have you had?
Well, we had our original showing in Las Vegas at the AMC Theater.
That's where I was, and we actually interviewed everybody. We had the red carpet, we had the drop back, we had everything. And I if I'm not mistaken, it was sold out.
Basically, it was about 400 people.
A few front row seats.
In the largest theater.
Right.
In the largest theater, because I know you had to change theaters because the theater was too small. Because they had all these people there. So this must make all of you feel like very, very excited with all these people coming out to see your work.
Yeah, we've done really well with that, and then the festivals after that.
And then so we have the AMC, and then where else?
And then 4 film festivals where we had good audience response, good turnout. And our last one was at the Chinese Grauman in Hollywood.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know you were there.
Yes.
That's a big theater.
We had a big
I
red
know
carpet.
that theater very well.
Right. Yes, terrific theater.
Oh, wow. So, on all of you looking back at this, and especially because you wrote it, and you see, what's happened and where you are now, has it turned out to what you wanted, or are you surprised that it's really gone as far? Because it's gone pretty far.
I think it turned out better than we wanted. At first it seemed like it's like a little movie that we're all doing together, and it was great.
I don't think these 3 guys could ever do a little movie, so I'm going to correct you right there. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. I think they all think big time.
And the audience got bigger and bigger, and more people got interested in it.
Yes.
I always had high expectations and high standards.
I was going to say, you obviously writing it and producing and directing, and you producing it, and you obviously had faith in what he was doing, of how it was proceeding.
Absolutely, and it was really thrilling to see it come together. It took a while, and there were some difficult moments.
Glitches.
To see it all come to a finish and get our sound in place.
Because sound is so important.
Absolutely.
You can have a lousy picture but which you can fuzz over or whatever, but sound, you can't change sound, can you?
We had a great music composer.
Yeah, he's supposed to be here today. Oh no, he's gone back somewhere. He's traveling. He's traveling.
I found the music composer, by the way.
You found the music composer. I remember the story he was telling on Saturday.
Yes.
That you happened to meet in some
Right, he moved here from Germany and was looking for a place to rent. He rented one of my places.
Yeah.
And we got to talking, and I found out he's a music editor, so I
He said, we're looking for a music.
have him take a look at our film, and he did a terrific job.
Oh, he
and,
did. He's an incredible. Actually, he's
He's done another movie since.
Yes.
That
Well,
I,
I think
that
he's
I
gonna-
acted in.
Okay, I think he's going to continue doing a lot of movies actually because of the way he is and the way he, you know.
and he's an inspirational person too, not
Yes.
just a sound person.
No, yes, and he also has this incredible truck he moves around. He built this truck, and he's got screens and everything in it, and he travels and he goes to all these different places. Let's get back to you, Dale, though. So, Dale, we've got this going. We've all had this. So now let's get ready for the next one. This one's on the road. This one's doing its thing.
Right. Well, yeah, the main thing is though this one released today on DVD and digital.
Today's the release
Today's
day.
the release day.
Yay! Oh my goodness.
And it's our biggest thing is trying to let people. We've got it everywhere, so we just want to make sure people know about it, though.
Okay, so don't forget, everybody who's watching Vegas Live with Ninon, don't forget to share it with all your people, especially because this is something I believe is very special to you, Dale. Well, to all three of you, I think it's very
is.
special.
We want people to get to enjoy this, and then we'll do a sequel.
Yeah, and then and I'm sure I do many of them. But I think this one's very special, especially for you because of you. Is this the first one?
First feature. Yeah.
Your first feature, but you've done other sort of small documentaries and different things.
I've done shorts and been into film since 13. So.
Since you were 13, he's only 14, so it's only taken him a year.
He's growing up.
He's growing up, absolutely. So, with all this happening and everything else, are you still down here? Are you up here in the clouds? And sort of, you know.
Well, let me tell you what was the amazing thing is
Okay.
that at first one says if you could only get like an official selection on your poster of your film, it would be incredible. So we got into the official selection, and then we end up winning the grand prize in the first film festival for Las Vegas at the Silver State Film Festival
Now, you
at the
hold
Orleans
that
Hotel.
up there. Now,
And then-
now, let me ask you a question. All these things up here, these 5 things.
We won 5 in a row.
5 what?
5 out of 5. We won 5 different film festivals.
Okay, these are all film festivals up here. I'm asking you to explain it so we know what we're doing here. These are all film festivals, and they won all these. And,
Best picture, best director, best screenplay,
picture,
best cinematography, and best thriller.
Pretty much the best of everything.
I think they got the best of everything. But
and we were up
even,
against some very good
even you
films.
look at this poster, you know, I'm showing you the poster like this, but it's amazing. And what's the name of your lead actor? He looks rather scary there.
Gabriel Burifato.
Okay, he was wonderful, wasn't he?
Yep, he was awesome.
He was Dean Martin in the show
Vegas the show.
Vegas the Show.
Oh, really? Okay. So, anyways, and then how hard was it to get all your talent and all your actors? Because you had in mind, I'll keep going to Dale because he knew what he had in mind writing who you wanted. And
He's the
characters.
director, and
Well,
he
but
did a
look,
great
he wrote
job.
it. But I'm talking about the people that you chose to take on the different paths that you had the mental, thing on.
As your hat as the casting director now.
The casting director. Well, no, because he had when you write something, you write something, and each one has this character.
Right.
So then you have to match it up.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like real rigid on. I wanted to be open.
Yes.
If someone brought something new, so I was open to that. But it did take us. We weren't able to put the whole cast together until we finally got our lead, Gabe.
Yes.
It took us a long time to find him.
Gabe.
And then we were able to go
Match
okay,
up with
yeah.
Gabe of his leading lady and this and that and everything else. It's
Once we had him, everyone else got in place. Then.
absolutely. What would you like to mention about the movie that really outstands in your mind of what happened?
Well, I really liked the way there were 2 stories that came together. One, the technology coming out of Area 51, which is a very popular theme anyway. And
Yes.
then the father and the daughter.
And all the connections.
Yeah, 2 different lives coming together and
So it's a must-see movie,
kind of
isn't it?
reuniting the daughter with the father.
Which we need a lot these days.
And the daughter, Brittany, was terrific.
Oh,
she
she was
rides
lovely.
in on her Harley Davidson, pulls some mace out to defeat people, and really, became a surprising character.
Sounds like you had a lot of fun on the movie on the set. Were you on the set?
It
a
was
lot?
terrific. And the final closing sets in where we used the old mining cave.
Yes.
that was a great little set. As well, the bookstore was terrific. I think people in Las Vegas recognize these venues when they see the film. They go, "Oh, I know
where that is. It's funny because I do that right now. Like, oh, I know what hotel that is. Well, that's the lobby of... Yeah, it's funny how we do that. But, it's so funny because in Vegas, it's got everything already built. You've got so many sets that are already built. You don't even have to go too many places. You've got the desert, you've got the Mon Museum, you've got all different things, that character places you can bring into. Then you've got a lot of real life things. So it's a lot of stuff.
Right.
Oh, it's a great place to film. The lighting is good. The weather is generally good. A lot of good sets.
Don't forget, all you directors and producers that are out there, you can come to Vegas and make a movie because a lot of the stuff is already here.
I think the greatest part about our film was the crew that we had and the people that were working with it. All of them came together and everybody was so selfless. And they would stay, if we wanted to stay a little bit later, nobody would say like, oh, I don't want to, I don't care.
They all work together.
Everybody worked together and wanted to be good. I was on the set every day, producing, and Dale was there working so hard, and we got the job done, and everybody was working with us.
And that's what makes something happen. It makes, when you have a group, when you have a team, and it becomes teamwork, it makes it happen and it makes it great. I've got to thank all of them. Don't forget Unwritten. How can they reach you?
Best way is to go to unwrittenmovie.com.
Okay.
And everything will be there.
Everything will come up.
All the links and everything.
Unwrittenmovie.com. You can see it all.
And maybe I should say what it's about just real quick.
Yes, of course. It was a good idea.
I always forget the obvious. It's a psychological thriller about a failed writer who meets this mysterious customer who comes to his bookstore that he becomes convinced is the villain from a story he wrote when he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
And he knows what he's up to and he's got to stop him, but is the villain real or not,
So go see the movie. Dale, don't tell them the rest.
Okay.
I love that.
Unwrittenmovie.com.
There you go. I love that. All right, they've all said their piece. They've been wonderful. I always love it, Vegas producing a movie, because it really is a great place to produce movies. And of course, don't forget the Papa Mill. And don't forget to subscribe, Vegas Live with Neven on YouTube. Steve will love me for saying that. He's got a big smile on his face. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Neven.
Welcome to the Omega Used Bookstore.
So you live here?
Yeah. How do you know my daughter?
Howard, I told you, she called me. I'm a psychologist. She's very worried about you.
I have to find that book. You're wasting time. He's going to be back any second.
Who's coming back?
Sherwood! He's the villain of my story, and he was just here in my bookstore. You wouldn't happen to be from Boulder, Colorado, would you?
How'd you know?
What makes you think he's going to destroy the world?
Because that's what I wrote.
The Ultimate Weapon by Albert Flinch. His weapons should never be tested.
Just get it done, Doctor.
There is no way that your character can be real.
Sherwood. We're dead. All of us. Dead.
It is all in your head, damn it! What the hell are you doing?
I could prove that he's the character of my story.
You're hurting people.
None of this is real! Where's Dr. Tanner?
He's probably busy psychologizing some nut job.